back again for week 2 of the TTS League. Kingpin, get the hell out of here. All right. It's me, Dr. Norbert, calling to you fresh off of the Mutant Weekender. And you know who else is just off of the Mutant Weekender is my co-host, the Huggy Bear. Hiya, Huggy.
Hi, Norbert. I'm still tired.
That's a sign of a good event, though. Perfect.
Yes.
All right, we're going to have a lot
It
to
certainly
talk
was.
about from the weekend, but let us get started with the match that we have here tonight so we can get the boys started. Let me turn on the game. There we are. Okay, everybody. We've got 2 players for week 2 of the season 16 here tonight. One is... Oh, I didn't put the settings on. Hang on. One is MagicPulse in blue. He is from Portugal, which is pretty cool. I think the first Portuguese person we've had on the show. And Nehetar from Iceland on the show. So really nice international contingent here. Let's start with a roster from MagicPulse, again, from Portugal. He's got Abomination, Black Cat, Bullseye, Electro, oh yeah, Gwenpool, all right, one of my favorite characters. Ultron 2, Shocker, Rhino, Mysterio, and MODOK Supreme. This is not MagicPulse. This is Nehetar's list. Sorry about that. Because he told me he was going to
Very
be...
straightforward criminals list, although I'm surprised to not see a Kingpin in there.
Yeah.
So he's obviously going to be playing MODOK.
He likes MODOK. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
Okay, they have their Secures up still, or their Crises up still, so that's a nice treat. Meteors, Infinity Formula, Intrusions, Extracts or Fear Grips, Scrolls, and Montesi. The Tactics cards, all according to plan. Brace, Cruel Toolage, love that. Cruelty, one of my favorite cards. Gamma Burst, I'd be interested to see if he uses this. I've yet to try to use this. Patch Up, Recal, Grand Illusion. They say keep your enemies close. Fantastic card. And this is a robbery. All right. Huggy Bear, let's now go over to MagicPulse, who is in blue today, and the Portuguese player playing Midnight Suns. And what did he bring? Which I'm playing right now, too, so I'm keen to see. He brought Frank, Dr. Voodoo, my colleague, Bullseye, Blade, Beta Ray Bill, yep, Iron Fist, Namor, no gem, Mummy, of course, and then Encanto, Red Skull 2, and I-Hulk. Oops. Crises are... Come on. There we go. Montesi, Mutant Extremists, so Senators, Fear Grips, Secures are Mutant Madmen, Infinity Formula, and Demons Downtown. Cards are Bats, Brace, Cosmic Obliteration, Heroes for Hire, Hideous Monster. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I hope we play that one tonight. One Below All, Patch Up, Princess Protection, Recal, and Siege of Darkness. All right, let me tell them to get started. Go. Let us know how you all choose. Choose. Spell it correctly, Norbert. Go. Let us know how you choose. Brilliant. Okay. Phew. All the thing in there. Let me first say hello to everybody in the chat. Welcome, everybody. I see Coddle there. First chatter tonight, and also fresh off of the Mutant Weekender. It'd be interesting to get his take on the show. And we've got PHP Chrono. We got Tom from Belgium here. Yes. And getting old, Huggy. Wow. Coddle's calling you out straight away. Oh, dear. All right. Let us take a look at what map is being played while they get themselves together. Okay, let's see. Street Fight. Oh, this is a nice one. Very straightforward. Classic MCP by Pat. Good old Pat. Oh, ATB Pat. The old Pat. Now ex-ATB. 34 points of terrain on the table. And we'll see who won priority. Looks like MagicPulse won the priority role quite handily. And we'll see what ends up happening here tonight. Speaking of which, let us get the drinks out of the way while we have a few moments. I've got a few bottles left, just a few. And now's the time of year to be drinking the world's best beer on earth, Trappist Westfeldtrin 12. And what do you have tonight?
I have a pretty average Joe lager from Czech Republic called Breznak. It's light, it's nice. Nothing fancy. Just I was just thirsty.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you don't usually have beer, so must be a special occasion tonight.
Yep.
All right, that's mine. Hey, everybody. We hope you enjoy the Mute Weekender, or at least followed along on Longshanks, and we hope you enjoy the stream tonight. And most of all, thank you much for joining us. Cheers, cheers, wherever you are.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
good.
so we have crises.
All right, so MagicPulse 1, he said he took priority and gave secures. I'm not sure what he means by gave secures. Maybe took secures?
Maybe.
The secure, I think it is. I think I saw it come from his side. It's Infinity. Hold on. It's Infinity Formula. And it is Scrolls. I've seen a lot of Scrolls. You know, Scrolls was like the most taken crisis over the Mutant Weekender.
Yeah, sadly it was. I hate Scrolls.
Yeah, a lot of people took it. Me too. Okay, here comes a Nehetar. 20 threat. They're going to go for 20 threats. So Nehetar
20 threat.
Yeah, big ones.
This will be interesting. Well, more characters on the board allow for the criminals to build more power across the team for all according to plan.
Yes, that's a good point.
All important turn.
Let me go through the table first, and then you can tell us. Look up what MODOK 2 does, especially his leadership, so people can follow along. But on the table tonight, we've got all the way at the top a size 5 alehouse, good old Pagani. Size 2 barrels to its left. Then on the top right is size 4 Gunner's Den. Size 3 store. Size 2 car in the middle. Size 2 hot dog stand. Size 2 dumpster. Another size 4 dumpling restaurant. Size 2 car. Good old Pat likes his size 4s. Always got the 2 size 4s in there. That's Pat's signature. Size 3 Daily Bugle. Dumpster is size 2. And then the motorcycle and a couple of street lamps and things are size 1 here at the bottom, and that's it. As far as secures are concerned, we've got 2 at the bottom here, left and right, secure canisters, and then at the top, the same thing. So it's a B map, B is in boy, and I always forget, yeah, this is where if you're standing next to them, you'll get an extra power during the power phase. Scrolls are at the bottom, and then 2 sort of in the middle and 1 at the top. You can only pick up 1 at a time, and when you pick it up, you have to roll your physical defense and need to get a crit or a wild, or else your opponent can push you short. I think it's a push or advance.
Yep, it is a push.
Push. Okay. Right. What can you tell us your impressions of the 2 rosters, and especially what does MODOK 2 do?
MODOK 2 has a leadership that allows him to modify dice both offensively and defensively. And the way you do that is that if you are contesting a secure, and I believe if you're holding an extract as well, but I will confirm, then you can, each time you roll a wild, or once per turn rather, when you roll a wild on a defense or attack roll, you can change another dice into a hit. So it's very, very similar to the M'Baku Wakanda leadership, except that this one also works on defense. Yeah, if it's holding or contesting an objective token and has 1 or more wild results in its roll, it may change 1 of its dice to a hit or a shield. And this is quite nice, because the thing is that especially on a defense roll, if you luck out and roll a wild on 3 dice, then you all of a sudden basically have a spike there. That is gonna highly likely prevent a 1-shot unless you had taken chip damage before, and that can like catch an opponent off guard. And so high variance is what puts people on their heels in this game. So that's why I really like this leadership a lot.
Yes.
And it'll be interesting to see what Nehetar decides to go with his MODOK.
The other part of his MODOK...
I'm hoping to see Abomination today.
Me too. I really hope so. The other part of it is that he's got this thing where he can bodyguard or force somebody to take the hit, I suppose.
Yeah. Reverse bodyguard, basically.
Yeah.
Sack pawn was the War Machine term for it. Yeah. He can pay to if he's targeted by an attack, he can spend 2 power to change the target to an allied model within 2, which can be a grunt, yes, and that's pretty neat. And on his injured side, it changes so that it becomes free, so he can sack all of his attacks to
Oh, I didn't know that.
allied models within 2.
I didn't go. It goes for free on his backside.
Yep.
Damn. Wow.
Cost goes to 0.
Is that a range 2 sack
Yep.
pawn? Yeah. Okay.
Which
wow.
explains the presence of Ultron in Nehetar's roster, because he has a grunt that likes getting killed because then it blows up and does damage to people.
Hmm.
So
he pawns it to the grunts.
yeah.
Cool. All right, let's see what he took in the end. He took so this is no.
Oh
this,
yes, a
it's
bomb.
Shocker. I love this. Shocker. People are really down on Shocker. Let's see how he performs tonight. Black Cat, always good. Ultron 2, just as you suspected. Yes! Abomination is in the game. A day. And then, of course, MODOK 2. All according to plan. Cruelty, good cards. Brace, cruel tutelage. The next attack made by this character this turn adds 3 dice to attack roll. If the attack roll contains 1 or more skull results, though, the attacking character gains a stagger condition.
This is a very popular card to use on Black Cat to start her power generation.
You know what's interesting? Could you do that with yeah, okay. You could do that with Domino and change the skull to a crit, right? And then this won't happen to you? Maybe?
No, it has to be an affiliated criminal syndicate character.
Yeah, bummer. Gamma Burst is the Abomination card we were talking about earlier. During his activation, Abomination can spend 3 power, push each enemy character with the poison special condition, and within 2 of Abomination away medium, and they also suffer a damage.
Yep.
Now, on a Securus like this, I never had the opportunity with the right Securus, but a Secure like this, that's, I think, a good card. Okay, Magic. He has taken Blade, Dr. Voodoo, of course, Iron Fist, yep, Eye Hulk, and Bullseye. Okay. Siege of Darkness, Patch Up, One Below All, Heroes for Hire, and Brace. So a very typical, except for maybe Bullseye, although it's not unusual, Midnight Suns list and set of tactics cards.
Yep. 5v5, MCP at its best.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think about the Crisis setups? Do you think this Crisis setup favors one player more than the other?
The Skrulls somewhat favor the Midnight Suns player, I'd say, because he can. I think he already deployed Eye Hulk centrally.
He has.
Yeah, he has. So he can use One Below All and a move to grab the Skrull on Nehetar's side and then retreat short back.
We saw that last week. We actually saw that last week, but it didn't really pay off very much, honestly.
He might even be able to just bump for 1 and reach the. I'm not sure if that's enough. I haven't measured that out. Could be. But yeah, and then Bullseye is obviously a good side grabber. So is and Iron Fist as well in Midnight Suns can spend 1 to bump, walk up, pick up, spend 1 to bump backwards. So I think the Midnight Suns for sure have more extract grabbing shenanigans round 1.
Yeah, sure.
And MODOK basically has Black Cat who likes to go up and pick something up, but will be interesting to see who gets the extract. The prior was with MagicPulse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would not at all be surprised if we see Immortal Hulk go for the opposing Skrull agent.
Yeah.
Probably front stopping himself against the car there.
Yeah.
Yes, Iron Fist close by to use Heroes for Hire if Nehetar happens to spike some damage.
Yep. So we have Eye Hulk in the middle, Iron Fist, as you mentioned, just to the left. Bullseye flanking hard left, Blade flanking hard right, and it looks like Dr. Voodoo going on the right. Meanwhile, we have Modok sort of left of center. We have Black Cat right of center. The drones, just as you mentioned, are sticking near Modok, but Ultron 2 is on the hard right. Looks like Shocker's going to the right as well. Abomination is flanking left. Keep in mind that's where
Thing of
the
note, though,
yeah
is that if MagicPulse should decide to go with iHulk first to grab the opposing scroll, then there's not really much more other threat nearby. Iron Fist is not that scary round one. So Nehetar could very well respond to that by diving one of his own characters onto MagicPulse's scroll.
Yeah, that's true.
So there are still there's still a lot indicating that it's going to be 2-2 on extract round one. But if someone's favored carrying more tools than the other, I'd say it's MagicPulse.
Okay. All right. We're putting down. We're putting down.
There it is.
There it is. Sure enough, one below all. So this is happening. This is the thing now in Midnight Suns, I guess. I don't know. I find using it later in the game so helpful. But I would take. I was gonna say I usually take Bill for a center grab, but this isn't really a center grab. So
I'm not even sure he needed to use it. He maybe would have been enough with just a bump, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it feels like it. Look at it. Somebody out there with TTS handy, go ahead in the chat. I mean, go ahead and measure that out for us.
I think I would be trying to front stop myself against the car here. Because if he now fails the anti-push roll, he might get pushed straight towards MODOK and possibly risk the double tap.
Sure enough, here we go. He failed.
Yep.
All right, and Nehetar is not taking in prisoners. It is going straight forward. Boop. Now this is a safe grab, so he is able to move himself forward, back again, right? Oh, look at this. He's pressing. Is he?
Yeah, but given the push, he's not going to be very safe.
Yeah.
He's basically still going to be on the midline. He might even be within 4 of MODOK in worst case scenario, allowing for him to one-shot. Not one-shot, but incinerate and spike a lot of damage.
I don't know if you guys can see
Look at that. He's blocking... he's now blocking landing spots to his own scroll there, making it harder for Nehetar to return the favor.
Well, that's okay. I mean, maybe that's maybe the plan. I want to quickly show you. Look at the creamy head on this beer, and look at the color. It's like this beautiful, like beige color, and it's like a blanket on top of the beer. It's so foamy, thick foam. Sorry. Gotta appreciate these things. I mean, this is special beer. It's not just a chug-a-lugga. All right, chug-a-lugga. Drones move forward, and I'm gonna go ahead and start shooting up the iHulk.
Yeah, I imagine Nehetar is gonna pour everything he's got into iHulk.
Not bad. 3 hits, but 2 saves. So it looks like 1 going through.
Maybe Ultron is most likely going to go for the top scroll. He can easily front stop himself against the building there to be safe from any nasty pushes. Or is he? Yeah, he's
looking to do both. Why not both?
Yeah, he's debating. It looks like he's debating. Setting up within 4, but now he's set up to potentially be pushed in a direction desired.
Why did he shoot first? Or did he take both movements to get up there?
He needs to take both movements to get there.
All right. He gets it. He's fine. Not moving.
Yep, and he's not pushed. Yep, so he's in perfect position to start shooting away at the iHulk next round. Although iHulk will be having prio, so he can get the yay out of there before.
Yay.
which I would say makes this staying within 4 less important than if he would have had prior.
All right, over to Magic. Let us see. I hope the Portuguese are watching tonight. It's a small but dedicated community. I hope they throw a tournament at some point. I want to get down there and have one of those delicious sandwiches that they make there. It's a hard name for me to pronounce. Cinquincha or something like that. It's like a croque monsieur type of sandwich, but with their own kind of sauce added into it, with port wine, I think, mixed into it. Oh man, it is so yummy.
MagicPulse living on the edge here.
Yeah, who is this? Blade. Blade just gonna go rock up there.
Blade
and
going forward. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
The general opinion that I hear from Midnight Suns players is that you generally don't want to be carrying an extract on Blade, because that makes him a valid target, and if the opponent has energy attacks, he is not that cocky.
All right, so he also was able to not get pushed.
Yep, lucky for him, because MODOK has an energy gun.
Oh god. Oh, so thanks to Coddle, he mentioned the name correctly. It's Francesina sandwich. I can't. I have to stop thinking about it because I'm gonna get very hungry and cross that I don't have one in front of me. Portuguese make fantastic food. They make fantastic wine. It's a pleasure visiting that country.
That looks like if you move, he's overhanging.
Yeah.
I say you can't go. Yep.
Yeah. Nehetar is a classy guy. He's not gonna let that sort of stuff.
Woof. This is yep. Here we see the dive.
The dive.
Yep. The holy diver. Cat's the holy diver.
Cat's the unholy diver. All right.
She's been down too long in the Midnight Sea.
All right, so she's going to move there now. The concern is if she gets pushed. She only has 3 physical, so it's going to be tricky.
Yep.
Let's see if Thor is his real name in real life, and maybe his namesake will help smile upon his dice tonight, and they do not. Ooh, Thor, what have you done? What have you not done? All right, Magic, this is your moment.
If I was MagicPulse, I would look to see if I could get Cat within 3 of Bullseye here, because he can do guaranteed damage with his I Never Miss. And she prevents... or he could bring her closer to Voodoo and hope that he could generate 2 power and steal the thing off her.
That's tricky. The distance is a little bit tricky.
Yeah, and also how we see there it is. MagicPulse is a guy that obviously a guy that measures everything very carefully. So far, he's been deemed quite aware of where his models are going. So that's promising for his end. So we currently have our 2/2 state on extract.
Yep. Nobody's securing anything.
For some, yep. But I'd still say MagicPulse is in a good position to steal at least one of the extracts. Well, one of the extracts, namely the one on Cat. Voodoo could
Here's the bump. Midnight Suns. Yep. Yeah, bump it.
Yep.
Boom.
Bump it louder. Bump it louder.
We need to make that our theme song. Oh man, is that a roll? Is 3 blanks and a skull? What just happened here? God. So this is a
no
flying...
damage, but 1 guaranteed power. Yep.
Yeah, 1 guaranteed power, and he places automatically within 1, which is oftentimes what Iron Fist is trying to do. But nonetheless, PU.
Flying kick.
Not a flying kick so much as a flying crutch. All right, so there he is. He's still got another action though. And now
I would
energy attack.
not be unhappy with. I mean, I would not be sad if he had placed Iron Fist slightly closer to Eyehawk here, because Eyehawk is likely to take a lot of damage over the coming round, and having a
Holy
character
moly.
with some power.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's wild. He stunned Black Cat.
Yeah, it did no damage again, but stunned her. These dice are stinkeroony.
Tinkeroo.
He should have fortified himself with a French Hasina sandwich before the starting this match. All right. Looks like Shocker. Now, Shocker's cool, right? We talked about him on the Across the Bifrost episode on Spider-Foes. If you didn't know,
Yeah.
me and
I
Jamie
know.
from London are doing the Across the Bifrost now. We've resurrected it with the blessing of the original hosts, and we talked about the Spider-Foes and did the Shocker, and had good things to say about Shocker. Did you hear the episode?
I did. Wasn't it the first one?
One of the early ones, yeah. Not that there've been that many, but yeah. Did you agree with our?
But you're pumping them out in a significant pace.
Yes, I know.
you?
As a matter of fact, everybody, if you want to, we've put the first of the 2 episodes of Thor out last Sunday, and then just today we released an episode which was a recap of what happened at the Mutant Weekender, and we had Chloe Clegg on. Chloe is we got her on because she's a casual player from the north, but decided to come down. So we wanted to hear why she decided to come down and whether she felt it was worth it, because oftentimes coming to London is difficult for people in the north to do. And she also won Best Painted. And so we talked a lot about her process for creating her display board and roster conversions and everything else.
That's the hit he needs.
There we go. So Dr. Voodoo moves up to the secure, shoots Black Cat, gets enough power now to steal her extract, and that should
actually be 4 power, and that's 4 power. 4 damage. So and he got the 2 hits for the throw. So unless Nehetar uses brace for impact here, Cat is going to go down. And even if he uses brace for impact, he's not going to be able to protect the objective because it's going to fall off as soon as Voodoo decides to possess her, which he now has the power to do.
Holy moly! So he actually didn't bother stealing. He did enough damage. And got the double wild. What is it? Double wild trigger? Or?
There's the brace for impact played.
Oh, he did.
I'm gonna stick my chin out and say that playing brace here is probably a mistake.
Yeah.
Because it's not saving you an activation.
And he's just going to steal it now.
It's not. Yeah, he's not saving you any points.
Yeah.
There will be other opportunities to get more out of brace later in the game. So,
what's the trigger for the throw on Voodoo?
2 hits.
Just 2 hits. Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, there it is. There's Voodoo possessing
Brother
her
Daniel.
with Brother Daniel. Yep. Good old Brother Daniel. And I presume he's going to pick up the scroll, which means he'll have to roll for it. But I think it's definitely worth it.
Did you know there was a Swedish emo band called Brother Daniel?
I did not. Do you think that's what they were going for? The Voodoo comic book?
Nah, it was more like music enjoyed by 15-year-old girls.
Perfect. Good old tweeners. I wonder if we have any tweeners watching this show. That'd be interesting. All right, so he didn't pick it up. Looks like Voodoo just left it on the floor because he wanted to make sure he kept it secure.
I think he doesn't want to risk, because he's only got 2 physical defense, so he's highly likely to get pushed. So he's saving it for later.
Saving it for later. All right, Abomination, despite his large base, he gets to move medium, which is one of the most interesting things about his card. And look at that, boom, right onto the secure. But is he going to go
Could
keep...
do his range 3 attack into Blade and then spend 3 to throw the size 3 building at him.
Yep.
Um,
That'd be a good idea. Let's see what he does with his second action. So yeah, and it's such a fluffy attack. It's called Hurl Debris, which he's holding, which is amazing. Hurl Debris.
and here it comes to a decision also, because I wouldn't blame Nehetar if he would move forward and just contest Voodoo's point here, unless he's going for this attack roll that he's measuring out here. I assume he will, but because he is currently down on extracts, so he will likely be down on VPs overall. And in that situation, it can be more beneficial preventing points for the opponent than scoring ones for yourself.
All right. Abomination did 4 hits into 2 saves. 2 will go through onto Blade. And he now gets... It's a gainer, so he gets 1 power. With the 2 that he gets in the power phase, that gives him 3, which is enough to throw that size 3 building behind him. Of course, MagicPulse does have Brace.
Yeah, but it's not nothing to get some terrain out of the way, because iHulk is also a guy that likes to chuck buildings at people. So chucking them yourself before iHulk gets the chance is usually not a bad idea.
Yep. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, so MagicPulse's iHulk move has proven so far.
What did he do? Wait, he just
successful.
stopped. He didn't bother throwing the building. He called it a day. Look, he's done. Bullseye's already moving.
Okay. So he's saving power for later, I guess. Maybe for a spender, maybe for a bigger turn next round. But
I guess. All right, Bullseye's looking to secure the top left secure, but now it looks like they're trying to see if there's a line of sight onto Shocker, so he could throw his throwing blades. Ooh, did you see that? There's a trailer.
Ultron. He easily has line of sight to Shocker. He easily has line of sight. It's Ultron that is the question.
Yeah, no,
I don't think
Ultron's
he has line of sight to Ultron there.
There's a new trailer out for the next Daredevil series. And
I have to look at that.
Yes.
I am so looking forward to that series. It could be a good Marvel year. I hope it's going to be a good Marvel. They so need this to be a good Marvel year.
So true. All right. Bullseye's calling it a day, apparently. So now it's MODOK moving forward. He gets to move short. He's within 2 of his little drones, and I think he's going to go ahead and shoot iHulk. But let's see. Yep. And this attack, you said, is it Mystic or Energy?
It's Energy.
Energy. Oh.
Or I think he can choose between Energy and Physical.
Okay.
Maybe.
Physical. Oh. Jarvis! Where's Jarvis's protocol when you need it?
Energy and Physical. The spender is Mystic.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, not a bad hit. 3 hits into 1 save. And he just leached power off of Abomination.
Oh yeah. He can spend power on his friends to reroll dice. I'm not so sure I like taking power off of Abomination for that, because he can make pretty good use of his power. Abomination, that is.
Well, he did manage to get a little bit more damage through, and also through incinerate onto iHulk. So that's good times. iHulk is sitting on 4 out of 15 hit points.
Yep. Incinerate is a thing there. Now, the later he activates in a round, the more powerful the iHulk activation gets. And Nehetar now has set up both the drones and Ultron for a double tap on a incinerated iHulk. That's a bit of a dangerous situation to be in for iHulk. So it might force MagicPulse's hand. Maybe he won't dare to not activate him first, and that in itself will somewhat mitigate the impact he can have over the course of a round, because for instance, displacing models that have yet to activate is less impactful than displacing models that already have activated.
Yeah.
And you also know what to expect. As long as he's activated, it's way easier to put attacks into him, because you have to factor in the uncertainty of dice. If you attack him and you fail to kill him, you just made him angry, and he's gonna retaliate hard. And you haven't managed to get an activation off of him. If he's activated early, then there's like no real cost, no real detriment to start piling on.
So each player has 2 secures, so they've all secured all 4 of them. Nehetar, of course, lost one of his extracts, which is on the floor. MagicPulse had both, and so the score is 4-3 at the end of round 1. Moving into round 2 with who's got priority? MagicPulse does, yeah. Nice one. So you got home okay? Flights went smoothly from London?
Yes, more or less. The flight out was a bit, flight home was a bit delayed, so I got home around 2 a.m. At night, and I got up at 7 to go to work. So yeah,
classic.
But totally worth it. I give the Mutant Weekender 10 points out of 10 on every aspect except my own performance.
Yeah, what did you go in the end out of the 7 games across the weekend?
Out of the 7 games, I went 4-3.
Oh, well, it's not too. I know it's below your expectations, but I'd be very pleased with 4-3, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was a Shark Tank, to be honest. There were there was not a single easy game there, I'd say. So I'm very impressed with the British player base overall, I have to say. And
nice.
Yeah, I would have liked to go at least 3-1 day 1, and then the 2-1 for day 2 is not too much to say about it. I mean, you can always lose a game to a mistake or a couple of mistakes or some bad dice. I mean, it's not much to say, but 2-2 is not something that I'm entirely used with.
Like, what is this nonsense? What nationalities did you play against over the 7 games?
Ooh, let's see. I think I actually think that I exclusively played against British guys.
Oh, okay, that's not surprising. I mean, we did have 11 nations altogether there, but the predominant number was, of course, from the UK and in particular London area. But yeah. I saw you playing my friend Mike Field May. He was the one with the bright yellow shirt on, and you guys were having an intense game in that corner. It went too long.
We did. It was really close. It came down to, I mean, I think I played a bad round 1, but still managed to cling back quite well. But in the end, didn't go really all the way. I needed some more dice luck than I got. So well-deserved win for Mike.
Nice one.
Definitely.
Cool. Yeah, he's great.
We see iHulk going here.
I think was that a bump or a gamma leap? I can't remember, but
a bump.
Yeah.
It very much looked like, because he was measuring range 1.
So here's a move, and you have 1 action left, but he's got a crap ton of power.
I'm gonna have to correct myself because earlier I said that making sure Ultron 2 was within 4 of iHulk was not as important given the fact that MagicPulse has the first activation. I now believe that the fact that he did have Ultron 2 within 4 is what is causing this threat to MagicPulse that we now see the result of. He's activating iHawk early, which is, I mean, if he, and now he's making himself dependent on decent dice. If he gets yep.
What? Oh, there we go.
That's decent dice.
That's decent dice. 3, 4, 5 with the trigger for a throw against 2 saves. And he rolled a crit into another hit, so that's 6 hits into 2 saves with a throw.
Let's not forget here that MODOK has a leadership, so that could be 3 blocks for Nehetar. Also, Abomination has a damage reduction by 1.
Let's keep in mind everybody who was on a secure also got an extra power. That's why Abomination's on 3. Normally he'd only have 2.
So it looks like he did use the leadership to convert the hit into a shield to only take 2 damage.
Yep, you are correct. Excellent. I'm surprised he didn't use the spender on this one, but it all worked out in the end, so it's okay. But I would have used the spender, but that's me.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to build some more power.
Yeah, sure. Okay, now he's executing the throw, which is part of the attack because he got the wild trigger. And it looks like he's going to throw him into those drones because he doesn't want to have that bodyguard online for MODOK. Although he could punt the damage into Abomination.
Look at you, Midnight Suns player over there, knowing all the iHulk tricks and shenanigans.
Yeah, man. Did I tell you?
This is not allowed.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well,
if you start resolving the throw, you cannot change the angle of
serious Huggy Bear tonight. Wow. Okay. Not so Huggy Bear. It's just a bear.
I mean, of course, it comes. I mean, if you're playing a casual game, there's obviously
there's a lot going on here. No. Let's distract the viewers by mentioning.
Don't try this at home.
Judge Bear, Serious Bear. Oh boy, you're getting all kinds of new nicknames. Ugly Bear.
Ugly Bear.
Angry Bear.
Well, if I'm Ugly Bear, then you're Old Bear.
Okay, so Abomination got thrown into those drones. They desperately try to dodge it and fail spectacularly. And so they're going to blow up, but nobody will be affected by their damage because it only hurts enemy people, and so they're off the table. They will only come back when somebody throws a piece of terrain and destroys it, then they'll come back. Salty Bear. And now it looks like he's actually... Hulk has now spent 3 for his size 4 throw and just thrown Abomination away. It's so indignant.
Yeah. But I mean, this is not an offensive move by iHulk.
No.
And the Midnight Suns player now doesn't have that many. I was expecting him to Gamma Leap backwards. Maybe he's within a point. Maybe can you see if there's a token above his head? A symbol above?
It is not. No.
Looks like he's not. Yeah, okay. I was expecting him to Gamma Leap slightly backwards to end up within one of the secure there.
Yeah.
Getting them points. But yeah, the Midnight Suns player doesn't have that much threat projection down the middle now. Bullseye is not very impressive. I mean, Pincushion is nice and all, but it's not going to stop your advance. Iron Fist has too little power to really affect things as things are now. Voodoo is nice, but we're still only looking at 5 dice attacks, and Blade is way off to the right flank.
Yeah.
So I'd say Nehetar's characters here have pretty much free roam, moving towards iHawk and starting to pound him. And then they can, they have all according to plan up their sleeve. Possibly get him off the table next round.
All right, looks like he used Abomination to move once, and using his second action to hurl some debris at range 3 into Dr. Voodoo. Voodoo does not have Brother Daniel, but let's see if he recall him now to increase his defense dice. Big shout out to Cuddle. Cuddle is in the chat, but also from Ireland, and this is the kind of boss he is. He came within, I think it was the last 2 weeks or a week before the Mutant Weekender. We had a drop, and we're looking for people to fill, and he negotiated with his lovely wife and came at the last minute to the event to help make it a big success. So big props to him.
We love lovely wives who allow their men to go to events.
Yes, I know. It's like, well, I was going to do some blow and cavort with questionable women, or I could go to this nerdy event in London. What do you say? Which sounds good to you? Turns out nerdy events win. Oh, here's for hire. Okay, cool. So he Abomination hurled debris at Voodoo, and MagicPulse did not want that to happen, so he paid Iron Fist to go ahead and take the attack. Iron Fist moves within 1 of Voodoo, and then hits. Ooh, God, the attack is good. 5 hits into just 1 save. He's
2 saves. He counts
blanks. He counts blanks. Yeah, 2 saves. So he'll take 3 hit points of damage, and this means he can throw Abomination. He's got a limitless throw.
But no. It's size 3 throw. On your
Shin is trying to negotiate with his wife to come to the WTC. Hey man, look, anybody who's outside of Europe who wants to come to these bigger events, you gotta just work it into a vacation. I mean, that's the ultimate sell to your partner, and you need a partner that's able to do stuff for themselves for 2 days. But like in a place like London, that is not very hard to fill up your time on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you need a partner that likes to do stuff.
By themselves. Well, yeah. But I mean, in London, you can go see shows, you can go see museums. You don't really need somebody to with you for that. I mean, but I'm an introvert, so to me, it's not a big deal. My wife, it's not a big deal. I think other people are different. So, but that's okay. Right. So, who's throwing?
Like this has to have been a spender by A-Bomb.
Oh, okay.
Because he had because I think he has a short throw on the wild on his spender. Yeah, and he was rolling a 8 dice. And that's the dodge on iHulk, I assume. Yeah. So interestingly enough, Iron Fist now has enough power to Iron Fist.
Oh no. Oh God. Poor Nehetar. This is not going well.
I mean, I'm not too sure I hate his position with an activated iHulk here. Let's see, where do we have he can't afford to allow MagicPulse to run away with 3 extracts this round.
Right.
But I think he's gonna. I mean, yeah, this is the place from the spender.
So what happens with Abomination Spender? Help everybody understand what's going on.
So I'll bring it up and.
Jarvis's protocol.
MCPDB.com says that Gamma Bomb, range 3, 8 power, 4 power cost. After this attack is resolved, if damage was dealt, the target character gains the poison special condition.
Yep.
And as we see, there he goes down.
Poof.
Yeah. Oh, this has to have been the radiation zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Abomination's so good, people.
Yes.
He has not become part.
Place his character within 1, and on a wild, you can throw the character S. So that was certainly a good activation by A-Bomb.
Right.
He's
So he did some
still.
damage and then threw Iron Fist into Hulk.
Yep.
Didn't quite kill him, but then he did his special because he got poisoned. He then gets to do his aura effect, and anybody who's poisoned takes two damage.
Yep. That is it. And also, everyone who doesn't have poison gets poison and loses 1 power, which Voodoo did here.
Yeah, Abomination, I don't think has yet been fully realized by the community, and he will become a lot more prominent very soon. Mark my words.
I mean, there are just so many good 5 threats these days. So
That's true.
the
Dracula
competition
is a
stiff, but yeah.
monster. Did you come up against Dracula on the weekend?
Not during the weekend, but I've been running him in Convocation, and oh boy, I like those reactive bumps with his counterattack.
Oh god, the counterattack is disastrous. It's like you do not want to touch that guy. Oh my god. Yeah. Dracula and Abomination are going to be making waves very soon. Ooh,
Yeah.
new crises though coming soon as well. That'll disturb the meta quite a bit.
For sure, I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. In March, I believe, is when the box is coming out.
I mean, likely before Adepticon, I suppose.
Oh, that's a good question. Can you look up the dates for Adepticon?
I think it's around the 25th something.
Meanwhile, Bullseye has moved forward. I think Adepticon said they were going to do a special event where you can trial the new crises. So they may not be officially out yet, but they'll be present there. Bullseye moves forward and is going to attack Black Cat yet again because she can steal. He does 2 hits into no saves. So, oh gosh, that dazes her.
Yep. And if it hadn't dazed her, he could have paid 1 power and just dazed her automatically.
Because that's Bullseye.
Yep. Bullseye for you. Very, very good too.
All right. And that's it for Bullseye.
Doesn't look like Ultron could get within range 4 of Mr. iHulk. MODOK could, however, do a spender on iHulk and advance him as part of the attack.
Mm-hmm.
I think he only needs to do damage for that to happen, or is it even automatically? I have to check.
I was just checking the chat. Harry's in the chat. Moonshoes, also at the Mutant Weekender. What a chat.
Yes, he managed to beat me.
Wow, nicely done, Harry. Woo. Okay.
Yes.
So
the advance on MODOK Spender is automatic. So he could, if he had activated MODOK first here, he could have gotten iHulk within range of Mr. Ultron.
Okay, so Ultron moved forward and then shot at Bullseye and managed to daze him with a great hit for 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits into 1 save. Did 3 damage. Apparently it dazed him. And now he's going to try to move somebody? What's going on here?
I think he's gonna throw a car and then place his grunt.
Oh, he's just throwing the terrain just to get the grunts back. Yeah, got it.
Preferably close to MODOK for the sack.
So Nehetar is behind on points, but it seems to have an attrition advantage here.
Indeed.
Harry said he had a great time playing against you, Huggy Bear. You were still Huggy Bear back then, not Ugly Bear or Angry Bear.
Yeah, I'm all kinds of bears at the moment.
Harry is one of the nicest people. Salty Bear.
Oh, a true gentleman.
Yeah, he's great. In fact, he's going to be on my team for the Nations event up at Element Games in Manchester in August. So looking forward to that. By the way,
WTC warm up there.
Yeah, exactly. It turns out to be a good warm up event for that. I should mention though, Huggy Bear, both of us have important news about important events happening in Europe very soon. Tickets for our next Mutant Weekender, which is called Extinction Agenda. The Extinction Agenda, and the reason for these names is because it actually follows a narrative. We're designing a story that goes on top of the competitive event. And this one will be happening May 17th through the 18th. Huggy Bear, we have 80 tickets again for sale, just like the first one in January. 50% of them have been sold within a day of me posting up the tickets.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And
Truly amazing.
this time it'll be the same competitive format, but we're layering for the more casual people or the fluffy bunnies out there a narratively driven mini game within the event where you get points for killing mutants, because that's what the kind of the narrative is driving at. So I'm looking forward to seeing how people play that mini game versus the competitive game within this otherwise competitive event. That is May 17th to 18th, again in London. Tickets are available now. You can look for links on the Mutant Weekender Facebook page or in the Cross the Bifrost Discord in the Mutant Weekender channel. There'll be a link for it. But you also have an important event about 3 weeks thereafter. Tell us about that.
Yes, no more than 3 weeks after the Mutant Weekender, we are running the Multiverse of Malmo in Malmo, in the Malmo Brewing Company brewing house, centrally located, very close to the train station, 35 minutes train ride from the Copenhagen airport, and you're basically at the brewery venue.
Yep.
So we'll be looking at 40 spots currently.
Okay.
And we might be able to increase that, but for now it's 40.
Mhm.
And tickets have gone live today, actually. And we are also almost halfway there already.
Nice. Did you have 40 last year?
We had 32 last year.
Only 32. Okay, nice one. A little expansion. So, guys, I went to this one last year. It was very well run, beautiful venue, very comfortable, microbreweries. They had literally, I would say, easily 30 different beers that they brew of various types.
Yes,
So,
and they do most of that beer themselves, and it's only sold at their own pub.
yeah.
We were allowed to have a beer at the tables, so
Yep.
that's all good. And we even did have our personal bartender.
Yeah.
This year we might have to go down one staircase to get beers, but I'm sure we can survive that.
Yes. And
Lunch included in the price as well.
Yeah, lunch is included, and the lunch is or the food there in general is fantastic. It's all barbecue, all American style barbecue type food: brisket, chicken, pork, pulled pork, all that kind of stuff, with various types of sauces.
The brisket was
yeah, it was huge. It was really
to die for.
Good times, and like they had like 4 or 5 different sauces that you could choose from. So I mean, it was really well done. Highly recommend it. Very easy to get to. Couldn't be easier. Hotels very close by as well. And beautiful Swedish women on as well everywhere. Very hard to walk by and not notice, honestly. I told you this, right? How in the 1950s, Swedish women were like the epitome of feminine beauty in the American environment.
Well, I'm not surprised. The Swedish blondes.
Yeah.
I'm not so blonde anymore, but.
Okay, I'm sure they weren't really queuing in on the men, but yes, the men are blonde too. So if you're interested in men, Swedish men are. Actually, I have to be careful. My wife loves Scandinavian men. She would move to Sweden or Denmark in a heartbeat, and I'm kind of concerned. Voodoo decided to hit Abomination and did a fantastic hit. That is
almost kill him. Yeah.
6 hits into 1 save. Does I think 5 damage. Abomination must have had something before that. He's on 6 out of 7.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he has damage reduction.
Yo, and he's damage reduction.
Could have used his leadership there and
suck some more up. Yeah, but didn't do that. Looks like Voodoo MVP this game. Man. Second attack, not so great. 2 hits. And
That's the spender because it's 7 dice. So that's going to get him with a wild.
Pierce?
No, power burn.
Oh, power burn. Okay. Yeah. Right. So that takes down Abomination, who had the
Yep.
scroll extract as well. Oof.
Yeah. Look at me saying, oh, MagicPulse doesn't have much killing power available.
Yo, just you just need to roll better. Attrition.
Yep. So that's a significant swing, obviously, for MagicPulse. Objective's going to fall down. I assume Voodoo's going to pick it up. Yeah, he has no one else that can pick it up.
No. But just fine.
And then Blade can move to the point later, unless MODOK manages to one-shot him, which is a non-zero chance of that happening, actually, because MODOK can spend power for rerolls. Oh, he can't, actually, because he has to spend on a friend, and he has no friends nearby except the grunts, and they don't have power.
Mm.
Abomination is sleeping, so he can't spend power.
Right. I can't believe you guys are halfway sold out already. That's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, we're very excited. It's Kolar, my partner in crime, is the main organizer, and he's doing a great job in negotiating good deals for us. And I can promise that he is on top of some. He will be on top of some sweet price support.
Yeah,
As well,
the prize
on
support
top
was
of
great
everything
last
else.
year, so I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, that looks like a bump by Voodoo.
Yep. Looks like Voodoo could have his cake and eat it because he managed to roll a wild on 2 dice. So he didn't get pushed off the point.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
So now that frees up Blade to go for, possibly go for the point next to MODOK, but I assume Nehetar is going to activate Shocker and save MODOK for last, because that's going to raise the cost for Blade to move forward. Although Nehetar doesn't really need to move forward. He doesn't have anyone on the left flank, so he's going to score likely 4 points, possibly 5 now that Nehetar actually did decide to go first with MODOK.
I see Stone Crow in the chat. Stone Crow is a fantastic Midnight Suns player, also at the Mutant Weekender, relatively local to the London scene. Good to see you, buddy. You know who else is in the chat? Mid-Table Obscurity, who elected to drop from the event. And I'm just curious to see if he feels a little regret now that he's seen all the pictures and things, and maybe we can convince him to come down for May. We'll see. All right, MODOK is throwing the size 3 building into iHulk. This will be interesting. Yep. So that'll be 4 points of damage coming into iHulk.
Yeah, that's life sometimes, mid-table.
Yeah, family, it's not letting you come for whatever reason. This is hopefully everything's okay, though. Hopefully you're buying a ticket for May, though, my friend. Come on down. Listen to any Northerners who were concerned about price or logistics about coming to the event. Northerners mean Northern English people. Please listen to the Across the Bifrost episode recap that we did with Chloe. She will give you a local person's perspective of her experiences coming down and participating.
I can't really see if... Oh, he must have braced this.
Yes, brace is burnt. So he braced he braced that building. So now MODOK's got his second attack to go.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but...
Well, I mean, Yeah, you're saying iHulk could have absorbed even all 4 hits and still been okay. Is that
I
what you're
think
saying?
he could have, and even if
Yeah.
he goes down here, MagicPulse has patch up handy. So as long
Oh
as
God, yeah, yeah.
Nehetar doesn't pop all according to plan, and he doesn't have too much power on his criminal characters.
All right. So he's going into Blade instead with his second action.
Yeah.
Just 2 hits, sadly. Into 1 crit. Crit rolls into nothing. So he's gonna take 1 hit. Not so great. Oh, Nehetar's under behind the 8 ball.
Yep.
Huggy, can you
So
carry the show for just a minute? I need to get something.
absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
So I assume now, yeah, this has to be a throwing glaive from Blade, or it could also be a spender, but I don't see any power spent on Blade so far, so it's probably a throwing glaive. He's hoping to get the bleed onto Modok, but looks like Modok sacked this. He's pointing at something. I can't really see what it is.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
MagicPulse, lots of arrows
Pew,
being
pew.
used to point to stuff outside of the screen.
Oh,
Can you see what they're
I don't know. Something on
point,
just
point?
blank pieces of part of the table. Oddly,
Yeah.
look at them. What are they playing? Some sort of side game? Maybe they were waiting
Look
for
at those
me.
dancing
Maybe they
arrows.
heard me
Yeah.
and they're like waiting for me to come back. Well, I'm back, guys. You carry on. Look, but I want to show you. Look what my dear friend Pat Long totally came through for me again. Look
I
at
don't know
this.
if there's. Wow. I don't know if there might be an issue with the Nehetar's dice roller.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I'll
Yeah.
have to throw the dice on the floor, on the table. I don't know. They're still playing games.
Something.
But yeah, these are all samplers of various types of whiskeys from like a whiskey tasting kind of a thing.
Oh my God.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I am so blessed. I honestly, I mean that sincerely with the friends that I have, who bring me these things. In fact, the Belgians who were there at the Mutant Weekender, they were embarrassed because they meant to bring some beers for me, and apparently overlooked it or forgot somehow. And they were like, "Oh my god, next time we'll need to bring some." Oh, I'm getting a message. Do you know how to shut off ruler mode? I'll say escape doesn't work.
Right click.
Hey,
Or
Tarnium.
I think you click the same button again.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see. Click the same button again. Yeah. Or the arrow
press arrow in the top
option box. Thank you, PHP.
The hand.
The hand. Ooh.
Don't mess with the hand.
Let's see, did it work? No. So people saying I can do this. I doubt it. I'd have to change my color, I think. Let me turn off the stream view. And then change my color. Oh dear, what have I done? What color should I pick? Like, that'll actually work in the game though. Purple?
I don't know, Norbert. I don't know.
The player needs to do it.
But that's not going to affect Nehetar's ruler.
Yeah, hold on. I'll say should be near where you clicked the ruler button. I can't do it for them. Player needs to do it. Click the hand in that series of buttons. How crazy is this? I'll go back to streamer mode. I don't believe he knows where he clicked. It should be on the left.
Top left. Disable streamer view and then...
Disable streamer view. That's what it is. Disable streamer view. and then you should be able to see them. I've turned them off, as you can see. You can turn them off. Ah, done.
Oh,
They fixed it.
fantastic.
Huzzah!
Go
Good
back to
job,
gray.
guys. Timer's off. Boom. All right, we're back in business.
Yeah, so Blade was just about to attack MODOK with what appears to be... Oh, MODOK's rolling 5 dice, so that has to be a Mystic attack then. Or... not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, okay. Thanks everybody for helping out. Really appreciate it. Also, thank you, Tom from Belgium in the chat.
Looks like MODOK wasn't finished with his activation.
Ah, okay. So what did he do? Did he attacked? Oh, he dazed Blade.
Yeah, he dazed Blade.
Okay, cool.
I was under the impression that he moved and then cruelty. But he cannot explode crits with cruelty, I think.
Yeah, the crits don't explode, do they?
Yeah, I think crits might explode, but no other dice modifiers.
Right. Okay.
So that was lucky.
I was very lucky. Well, that's what cruelty's for. That's why I love the card. It was, that last little thing. Card. Yeah, to just kind of finish people off when you really need to.
This attack can only have dice added to the attack from crit results. So yes, and its character cannot modify its attack dice during this attack, but he can add crits. So that's...
Okay, why is MODOK being moved? Is this Ultron doing
because
this?
he picked up the scroll and didn't roll a wild or crit. So he's off the point. Probably means that Nehetar is going to be scoring 3 points this round, which coincidentally is the same that MagicPulse is likely to be scoring. So MagicPulse is going to be ahead 1 point, but I would say attrition advantage is still with Nehetar, but I don't know. Iron Fist coming back and fisting someone is gonna be bad.
Bad times, man. Game over, man. Game over. Ooh, Alien Romulus is being streamed by Disney Plus now. I saw it in IMAX, and it was great.
Oh yeah, I've heard that it was like... I know nothing about it, to be honest. My colleague said it was more like back to the Stimmung of the old, the early
yes, correct
franchise movie. I did not like the Prometheus series at all, or at least not the Covenant one and things. It felt like they were doing the same movie all over and over again.
So yes, Patrick Long, thank you very much for this very generous gift. Tonight I am having a Teeling single malt crystal malt, 46%. And it smells heavenly.
Oh, so you moved on from beer to whiskey now?
Yeah. I was so excited. This match, it's actually been so enthralled with this game that I managed to bang down that beer faster than normal. So yes, dug into the whiskey as a backup. Tarnium is in the chat. Tarnium won one of the pods and also best painted in that pod at the Mutant Weekender. He's from Slovakia. I'm super thrilled that Slovakians came over along with the Austrians to the event.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I got to play one of them in the casual games on Friday.
Hey, cool. Tarnium is also...
Us Swedes have a special relationship to the Austrians. We love those guys.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
They were our the first WTC final was us showing down with them. So that's a warming memory.
Yay. Cool. Yeah, they were great at your event at the the Multiverse of Malmo. Is that what you're calling it?
Yes, they were there last year. I hope to see at least some of them this year as well. Cool. Would be great. All
right, back to the game. looks like Iron Fist is going to use his Iron Fist, I'm going to imagine, into Abomination to shut him down with an activated token. Let's see if that's the case. Now we all got excited about the whiskeys and the events. Man, it's going to be a great year ahead.
Certainly will. Certainly will.
Yeah, it's really good year. September looking a little light, folks. So if you're looking to put a 2-day event together in Europe, consider September, please. Okay, 1 hit out of that. No, that's not the attack you roll yet. Sorry. Who's this? Who's rolling all these dice?
All according to plan was played.
Oh. So all according to plan means that you pay 10 power on the criminal syndicate side, and you steal priority from the other player. Good use of it. But who rolled this attack? This attack's bonkers.
It has to be a Abomination going into Iron Fist.
That's 12 hits. Oh, sorry, 12 dice, of which there are 5 hits. That's crazy. What is that?
It's 8. It's the spender again.
Amazing. Wow.
Has to be.
Yep. So that knocks out Iron Fist, which is a smart move. In fact, it knocks them out altogether.
I assume this was the Gamma burst again. Doing the job.
Yeah. It's not an AOE though, is it? Gamma burst.
That's very good. Yeah. Getting Iron Fists out of the way there is obviously a big thing.
Yeah,
but I mean, A-Bomb is injured now, so
A-Bomb.
I don't think he's gonna grind down I-Hulk to 15 damage on 1 attack only. No. Well, I mean, he certainly could, but it's not something to. Now I know. This was he spent cruel tutelage. That's what he did. 3
to get 3 extra dice. Okay, got it.
3 extra dice because now he put stagger on him, which is what happens end of activation when you roll skull. Yeah.
Yeah. So but he gets a second action, right? It's just
boom. Yes, you get the stagger at the end of his activation.
Yeah. So he did his second attack into Voodoo, did a solid 5 hits into 1 save.
That's gonna do it. That's gonna do the trick.
Oh, just enough. 4 hit points going into Voodoo, which is gonna daze him and make him drop his scroll.
Yeah.
Oof.
And he's not running Bats the Ghost Hound, which would have saved his life.
Yikes. You know, Nehetar is only slightly behind on points, and now with these attrition swings, it's looking really good for him. But it's been a tight game, very tight game.
Yep. I still think A-Bomb is in danger of getting KO'd, but MODOK is no slouch either. So MagicPulse is gonna have to be mindful of not letting those other guys activate. Have 2 big activations at least. So yeah, but yeah, this is far from over.
No, yeah, it could go either way at this point. Although it's looking better for Nehetar, I'm gonna say.
It's degenerated into a real slugfest. Woof! Here comes the size 4.
Look at it flying all over the place.
It's a blade. It's a blade. It's into blade.
Blade saves only 1. Yikes! So he's gonna take.
No, he saves 3.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 3. That's really good. So only takes 1 hit point of damage. Oh, it's a size 4, so he takes 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, he'll just have to drink some blood.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
But Nehetar sitting on 3 scrolls right now.
Yep. Yeah, he needs to eventually score more than MagicPulse.
Yeah, or just kill everybody.
Yep. I mean, if MODOK is allowed to activate, that could be the end of Blade.
Is he injured already? Yeah, then that means the leadership's off the table.
And Bullseye is not a tank by any means. Can afford 2 spenders, which is big output for a 2-threat.
Yeah, and it spikes, and it's awful sometimes. There's Black Cat there too. Did you see the meme that I posted of myself?
No? Which meme?
iHulk is attacking Abomination. I think it's going to put Abomination in the dirt, but let's see. Yeah, we had a photographer going around, Hannah. She's really good. She was doing cameos of pictures of people playing the games and stuff like that. And she caught me in a series of 3 different photos that are pretty hilarious when they're strung together. They're on the my Facebook if you want to take a look.
Wow.
That is a stinkeroo. Is that the roll? 3. Oh no, it's
that's the block.
Yeah, 4 hits into 1 save, so 3 going through.
Plus the throw. And the A-bomb is size 4, and Black Cat does not like have
oh god,
big things thrown at her. Boom. Yeah, that has to be the dodge. Dodging 2 though. Taking only 3. But I imagine iHulk is going to do the same thing one more time. Not sure what he's trying to do now. Maybe he's looking to throw MODOK into Abomination somehow.
Yeah, not sure.
Siege of Darkness, maybe. Could this be a Siege of Darkness? No. Didn't. Did you roll the exact same result again?
Yeah, well, she's off the table. Black Cat got wiped out. Abomination thrown at her.
I probably did a spender into Black Cat. That one's 10 dice, yeah.
Okay, now iHulk is going to do his second attack into MODOK.
This is a 3rd attack, so he must have played Siege.
Siege.
Or he no. Maybe he threw A-bomb into Black Cat for 3. That's what he did. Yep. So it wasn't an attack, and this is the attack.
Attack is 3 hits into 2 saves.
Yep.
Not bad. So he takes 1.
Which will send MODOK flying into Blade.
Oh yeah.
Boink.
Oh god. Is he size 3, MODOK?
I believe he is size 3, yes.
Yeah.
No.
4 damage could take out Blade.
Blade, man.
No, he's throwing them into a bomb instead. A-bomb. Boom. Yeah,
I mean,
A-bomb off the table.
Also, I can kill A-bomb.
Ooh. Little squeaker.
Come on.
Angry Bear. Where's Angry Bear?
Not these laser-guided throws, man.
I give people a little bit of slack on TTS, though. It's not like in real life where you can actually eyeball it a lot better.
Sure.
You know, there is that.
Or can you?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's tough. Okay, so he's thrown him into A-bomb and needs to roll a defense. So 4 damage coming in. And those 4 damage. Oh, 3 saves. Nicely done. A-bomb takes 1. So he survives with 2 hit points left.
Yep. So if Bullseye is allowed to activate, he's automatically KO'd. But
it's another card.
Siege of Darkness.
Here we go.
Here it comes. It's time.
It's time.
Deadly Voodoo is dazed.
Voodoo's not. Oh yeah, he is. Doesn't have the token on him, but he has 6 out of 6 points. Yeah. That's too bad. That would be helpful. because it's just Eye Hulk now. Ultron 2 not doing terribly much over there. Or Shocker. Oh, he's changed his mind, maybe?
No, he flipped it.
He flipped it. Okay. Okay, I think Eye Hulk's going to try to polish off A-Bomb. Yep. Here we go. Crucial role here. What's the symbol that A-Bomb has on? What's that new condition? Oh, God.
Stagger.
Look. Stagger. Okay, thanks.
Good block, though.
Fantastic block. 3.
That's
but
not
the
gonna cut
hit,
it.
hit is 8 hits. Good old Eye Hulk. He's definitely the fit High Hulk. That's A-Bomb off the table. And dropping a scroll. This game's gone crazy, back and forth.
Yeah, real crazy. I mean, MODOK could have an activation here to KO Blade. Possibly Bullseye as well, if he's lucky.
There's the scroll. And then A-Bomb will go off the table.
Goodbye. No Gamma Bursts will be played this game. So almost, yeah.
Is anybody on Team Iceland in the chat? Make yourself known. So Nehetar's only got 3 characters left. He's got MODOK, who's in the thick of it all by himself. He's got Ultron 2 kind of hanging out, not really contributing terribly much. And Shocker definitely not contributing very much, aside from securing a point, of course. MagicPulse getting the attrition kind of rolling on for in his favor.
MODOK has to have some significant retaliation here. Or I think this game will slip out of Nehetar's hands quickly.
Yep. I think this is MODOK going into Blade. I think.
Blade.
Only 3 hits though, and 3 saves. No luck.
No bueno.
No bueno.
So he's not gonna take out both Blade and Bullseye here.
You know, maybe you say bueno. I should plan to have Mexican food this weekend. That sounds like a good idea. I'm messaging the little lady. I'd love a burrito or some sort of like pork dish. That'd be amazing. Mexican food. It's not easy to find really good Mexican food in London, but we found a few spots now.
Yep.
How's Malmo for the restaurant scene?
Oh, it's pretty good, actually. I mean, yeah, there's a lot around the area of the brewing company where the event is held.
Yeah.
But and then there are most of the finer restaurant, the white tablecloth ones are closer to the central square and station.
Sure. Okay, so MODOK didn't do anything to Blade. I'm not. I think Nehetar's trying to place him now. Or is he activating the grunts? Yeah. So he's maybe he got passed?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, because MODOK did activate.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, but somehow Ultron 2 got activated now. So the grunts moved once, and now they're attacking Blade, trying to take out Blade. Let's see. They do have energy attack. I think maybe it's physical. Oh, God. Only 1 hit, though. Not good. And Blade saves it. Now what? Oh, and Nehetar's out of tactics cards. That last card that's not used is a bomb card. So it's no good.
Yep.
Ultron 2 is using his bow ability to move Bullseye closer to him.
Yep, so that he cannot parting shot out of his attack range.
That's clever. That's clever. Yep. Good call, Huggy Bear. And he does his attack against Good old Bullseye. Bullseye's on his injured side, so 4 hits will take him off the table. That's 4 hits with 2 crits.
Oof, that's the big
No
hit.
saves, so yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
Over.
Goodbye, Mr. Poindexter.
Game over, man. Game over. That's it. Oof. Man, this game is swinging back and forth. What a tight game. So good. This is good MCP.
Yes. This is what we love.
This is what we love. This is why I play this game.
So let's not forget that there should be a days token on Voodoo.
Yeah. Let's see if I can mention that to the guys if they notice.
Throw car at Hulk.
Yeah, Hulk is sitting still on those 6 out of 15 hit points.
Yeah, but MODOK is still has his round to go, his turn to go. So, and he's quite a competent damage dealer, can be at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And he doesn't save anything. So that's 3 hits going into Hulk. He's on 9 out of 15. 9 out of 15. Doesn't seem like any Icelandic people supporting poor Nehetar. The guy's struggling. He's working as hard as he can. He's got no cheerleaders, nothing, 0. You know, I think Trump wants to buy Iceland next.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, well, he's going to buy Greenland, right? And Iceland's like right there, so it's kind of like having like a cottage on your property alongside the main house. So
some ships, some missiles.
Just collect Scandinavians.
Because we are superior.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to own Iceland and Greenland? With global warming, they're going to be, beautiful pasture land soon. Not so much ice anymore.
Maybe. So, the activation order this round has been a bit messy.
Yeah, because of siege.
Yeah. But it looks as though Nehetar has 2 activations left to go, and MagicPulse only has Blade, so he could pass.
Yep.
And I assume that is what he's contemplating at the moment.
Yeah, but that'd be kind of dangerous because the MODOK's going to activate and do damage. Because Shocker's completely safe up there. I wouldn't activate him if I got passed to.
No.
So I'm not sure I'd pass. I would try to get Blade to do some damage. Take down the although it looks like Ultron 2 now is and the drones for that matter are in range of MODOK 2, so they're gonna have bodyguards.
So MODOK can he only has 2 power though, so he can only sack one attack going into him.
Okay.
So I mean he has to get 1 shot by 1 attack. Yeah. He also has Mystic Defense 5, and all of Blade's attacks are Mystic except for the 4 dice Throwing Blade. And that's a bit of a stretch.
Yep.
Doing 3 damage with a Throwing Blade.
Yep.
I mean, it happens.
It happens.
Certainly does, but it's a stiff ask.
How was your beer? Did it quench your thirst?
It did. I'm out now.
Okay.
But I'm too excited.
You don't want to leave the table. You don't have any whiskey? Surely you have whiskey.
I'll get some more beer. Actually.
Yes, I'll carry the show. Don't worry, my friend. Speaking of the Czechs, where are the Czechs when it comes to Marvel Crisis Protocol? They should be playing. Because I want to go to visit their Prague and drink their beer and play games with them. So come on, Czech community, where the heck are you? Right, so that's Blade doing a bump to get closer to MODOK. He's now within 2. So he can use his Mystic Katana. Are you listening?
Listening.
Yeah, so it looks like Blade bumped into range 2 of MODOK 2.
Yep.
And we'll see if he actually has an attacks or not. Sure enough, goes in. All right, so this will be
roll dice.
Five dice with Pierce. Ooh, look at that beer. You got a fresh beer. Nice one. See what he does. He rolls into... Ooh, God, 3 crits. Yeah.
That's a good block.
4... No, that's... Yeah, 4 blocks. Yeah, right. Ugh. Not what Magic wanted to see.
Automatic bleed, though. So Blade will be healing himself one. By drinking blood from the big head.
Drinking blood from the big head. That's funny. I'm going to dip my hand into this magic bag here. Let's see what I come up with.
It's better than drinking blood from the small head.
Hey, ho, ho. This is called Irish Whiskey Bonding Company. Chancer blend. 43%. 43%. Let's see how we do.
Why was Blade moving away?
I don't know.
Maybe he decided to abort mission.
Abort.
Because I don't think MODOK has a reactive ability to make him move away.
Could he? But he could have done the no, not reactive, right? Yeah, he was being
maybe unless because we did see the bump on Blade, right?
Yes, he bumped first.
Yeah, so this is still Blade's activation.
Oh, maybe it was the spender, and so he got a free movement from the spender.
Yeah, but that should be medium.
It was. Oh, it wasn't medium. Okay, then no.
Yeah. Not sure.
Hope everybody's enjoying their year so far, and that you've been putting together all the nice models that you got for Christmas. Looks like drones attacking Blade, or is it Blade now attacking?
The other way around.
The other way around. Blade attacking the drones.
Blade using a spender to kill the drones.
Ah, thank you, Stonecrow.
Yeah,
the movement was the movement from Blade was because he picked up a scroll and failed the roll, and so he got pushed. That's what it was.
There it is.
Thank you. And so he used his spender as his second action into those drones and wiped them out, and now he gets the free medium move that I was mentioning before.
Yeah, but he's not going to be drinking blood.
No, it's a problem for him. He likes to
still
heal
be
that way.
Exactly.
This smells amazing. Oh my god.
So MODOK can get 1 attack into him.
Shocker showing up.
Running to join the party.
Shocker has this thing though where he's a passive ability, right? Where if you're near him, you lose an attack die.
Yep, which will be the case for iHawk. He can though easily bump outside of 2 for only 1 power. So
or toss them away.
It's limited applicability
in
this game.
All right. Looks like MODOK attacking iHawk.
So MODOK is going into iHawk here.
Oh, this is cool.
I thought he would go for Blade.
Brains over brawn, Huggy Bear.
I'm not the one playing.
That's 3 hits into no saves. Ooh. No, wait. Am I doing this the right way? Yes. So that brings Hulk up to 10 out of 15. Oh, did he use the leadership to
dazing iHawk here does virtually nothing.
Yeah, so he used the leadership to roll another hit, which he succeeded in doing. So that's 4 hits going into iHawk. He dazes him.
Yeah, I don't like this. because iHulk is now going to heal 10, wake up with 5, and Voodoo can immediately spend 5 for patch up because Prio will be with MagicPulse. And then iHulk immediately removes the immortality token, and he's full again.
Ooh, that's a good point about the patch up. That's a really good point. Oh God! And then taking off the immortality token is just as if
if you run patch up with iHulk and don't mess up Prio, he's basically a 45 box model.
I do actually. I have to try to think through this because that's amazing synergy.
I mean,
Wow.
when basically what you need to think about is when he goes down, you need to have Prio next round.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
So what? To hammer him some further?
No, to patch him up.
Oh, you mean the iHulk player needs
because
to have
that because when he gets to full on his when he has immortality token, he just becomes full health again, like as if nothing had happened.
Amazing. iHulk is such a well-designed kaiju character. They did a good job with him.
Looks like MODOK throwing a lamppost or something to bring back the grunts.
I'm hoping for more subscribers this year, Huggy Bear. Let's make that our goal.
Yes.
Because we don't take anybody money. We don't want money. We want people to enjoy the show and learn from it and
your souls.
And souls, yeah. You can send us your souls to us. We're at 788 subscribers, my friend. So we're in striking distance of that 1,000. We need to do that, fellas. Come on. Tell your friends to subscribe. If you're watching this right now, subscribe. Why do I want 1,000? Because I don't want to have less subscribers than Rich Mid. Screw that guy. How many does Rich Mid have?
We're big on YouTube as well.
That's what I meant. It's the YouTube subscribers. Let me see if I can find Rich Mid. What's he got?
I mean, obviously, it's easier to watch these at any time rather than when we actually do them live.
But streaming is fun because people talk to us. Oh my God, he's got 7,260 subscribers. Oh man, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? Huggy Bear. It's the all this content.
But that's from multiple game systems, right?
Okay, well, Shatterpoint, I'm sure it's helping, but man, 7,200. No wonder that guy owns a yacht and is moved into a brand new house. Fuck me. I got free whiskey from a good friend. That's it. But I'm grateful to you, Pat. At least I got that. But a giveaway. People saying I got to do a giveaway. We're gonna give away you, Huggy. We're gonna give away Huggy Bear to one lucky gamer. You get one night with Huggy Bear.
Expensive.
Yeah. If you guys got advice for me to get to 7,250 subscribers, please do comment and subscribe, or what the hell is supposed to happen. You know what it is we have so many Gen Z viewers, dude. Thousands of them. I mean, it's like they're like legion watching the show, but Gen Z refuses to subscribe to stuff. It's like not part of their ethos.
They want to be free.
Yeah, they want to be free. They don't want to be attached. They have enough trouble in life with the crappy economy and bad standard of living that they are inheriting, that they're not giving subscribes out for free. So that's the problem. We just appeal to the youth too much. We need more boomer on this show.
So point-wise, Nehetar has now turned this game around. There's the patch up on iHulk and to bring him back to full and remove the immortality token. iHulk is now virtually...
Wait, is he not doing the last point? Surely. Did he not have...
Yeah. There's no need because he heals 1 automatically.
Oh.
Each turn.
Wait, so did Magic do a thing and elect to automatic just do 4 to save power because he knows that
Yeah.
he's gonna. Oh wow,
Yep.
clever, nice one done, Magic, very well done. I would have been like, oh, I'm just gonna heal this off and call it a day. But yeah, you're right. As soon as he finishes that activation, he heals one.
You gotta be cheap
Yeah,
playing this game. I mean, you gotta. It's a micro. All those micro decisions add up. Like
it's a micro
save one
decision.
power
It's
here,
true.
save one power there. Eventually that wins you a game.
It was so good
So
seeing
question
you.
is
What?
MagicPulse can do to unpack this castle that Nehetar has managed to build with all Modoc's minions.
The score's been tight. It's so tight, and the attrition has amazingly swung back and forth between these two guys. This is crazy.
I mean, Modoc is not the biggest fan of having stuff thrown at him, especially not with race. I don't think he has a built-in superpower that stops stuff like that. He does not. No. So
Yeah, this is a game where you fight the entire game. It is a tooth and claw win if you pull this off, because these are the best. I love these games. I mean, playing them. All right. Ooh, look at that. Is this drones into iHulk?
No, this has to be magic attack.
Okay.
iHulk into drones. Other way
iHulk
around.
into drones. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. iHulk just completely did not like the little robots.
He should be able to throw Shocker away and then punch Modoc. Or throw Modoc away and spend her iHulk. Spend her Ultron.
Shocker Aura. Thank you, Stone Crow. They forgot the Shocker Aura. The whole point of Shocker's existence. Come on. Poor Shocker. He's like, hey, I'm relevant here. Come on. I'm not sure. Who's iHulk hitting next? Is it Modoc? No. Shocker.
It's a sack into
Shocker.
Shocker, who spent to have his defense dice increased to block it all.
Okay. Yeah. Go Shocker. What a boss. Four saves. And it was 3 hits. So yeah, he's totally fine. Yeah. Shocker. Everyone's shitting on Shocker. He's good. You just gotta, you can't just throw him into stuff. You gotta use him cleverly. And now Hulk rolled the wild, I imagine. And so he's gonna be throwing him. Is that what's going on? Or is he paying for the throw? I think he might have paid for the throw, because I don't see a wild in the dice rolls. Okay. Is that a did he hit Modoc?
He threw stuff at him.
I think so.
Threw Shocker at him.
Yeah.
So this has to be the dodge.
Yeah. And he dodges. Oh, no dice are showing up.
Dodges.
I heard dice rolled, but nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, it drops the scroll.
Yep.
Yep, sure enough.
There's the dice roll. Only one block. That's not enough. Goes down.
Oh, that's weird. That was must have been lag.
Yep. And now, iHulk's gonna heal the last point of damage.
No, he took one more. Apparently.
For some reason, he took one more. Why did he take one more?
Don't know. Radiation. He is now bumped.
The grunts. He killed the grunts, so they exploded on him.
Nice. Thank you, Huggy Bear. He's bumping now. I thought it was to go pick up a scroll. Yeah, it is to pick up a scroll.
Maybe he's planning to. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's just picking up the scroll. Because he's already thrown Shocker, so he couldn't throw Ultron away.
Mm-hmm. All right, so he's now going to roll for the scroll. See if he needs a crit or a wild. I think he rolled a wild, so he should be fine. He doesn't have to get pushed.
Yeah, no worries.
Yep.
Bum. Yeah, I think the goal for Nehetar has to be to KO either of Blade or Voodoo. Preferably Blade, because he's the one holding an extract, but yeah, or Voodoo could impact the table. Voodoo is currently not possessing anyone, so he has his extra defense die.
Okay. What's happening?
Some big brain activity.
Big brain. It looks like Ultron into Voodoo.
Yep.
Ultron rolling 3 hits into 2 saves. Crit doesn't roll.
He could convert this to 4 hits.
Because of MODOK.
With the leadership, yeah. If he so desires. In general, I'd say why not? You're not guaranteed to roll a wild.
Well, because otherwise Voodoo's going to steal some more scrolls. Yeah, and he could put bleed and... Is it bleed and poison, I think, that attack is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bleed and poison.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, it looks like the token didn't go down on Voodoo, so they had to move him around to pick it back up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Nehetar's out is to try to keep pushing the attrition here.
Yeah. This is still anyone's game, really. It's a fight to the teeth.
Yeah, for sure.
Dice is obviously going to be increasingly important when the players do approximately as many mistakes as the other, or few.
All right. Oh god, that's a good hit. Shit, 5 hits with 2 crits. Ooh, into.
That's what you need.
Oh god, converted both. So that's 7 into 1 save, I think. No saves. Voodoo gone. Boop. Wow. This might be bad for Magic now.
iHulk is still a big thing.
Yeah, I mean he's fully healed, but he does. Yeah. You know, if the dice favor him a little bit, he can put out so much output. Did I tell you over the weekend I played against Tom from London? He was playing Red Skull 3 with Thanos, and in one round, I think it was round 2, probably, with my Midnight Suns, I literally dazed his entire team. I one-shotted Thanos with iHulk. Oh man, it was so good. Felt so good. And you know what happened? He flipped all his characters and then completely tabled me. That was the end of that. I was like, fuck me.
Yeah, but you got to live the dream for a little while.
Yeah. He didn't know what was going on. He literally was like, I'm confused.
So that
But
was apparently obviously a spender from Ultron, getting to throw on Voodoo before he dies, so that he crashes into the motorcycle, which is immediately magically turned into new Ultron
oh,
runs.
right. Yep.
Absolute mayhem.
This is crazy.
I don't know what's
I'm
taking
gonna
so
say
long here.
Nehetar. I mean, unless iHulk really pops off, which is not too hard to an ask. MagicPulse is in trouble otherwise.
Yeah, thing is that I hope may very well pop off.
And what's happening now? Is he being moved by Ultron?
He's looks like he's bowing,
Bowing him, yeah.
or no, he can push. This is something about the suspender. I think he can push every model within 2. Ultron, the Battle Tyrant. Yep. On a wild one spender, you can push any characters within 2 away, short, and then they suffer 1 damage.
Oh, okay. It's a push though, right? So he doesn't take.
Hulk would suffer 1 more damage here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But then he heals in everyone's turn, not just his own.
Yes.
And not just his own players, also the opponent's turns.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Funny.
No, it's great. It's real fun. It's a fun character. Like I said, it's well designed for a kaiju. This chat is remarkably subdued. I don't know if it's the malaise after watching the Mutant Weekender this past weekend. It's winter blues. I don't know what it is, people, but you need to step up. Sorry, we're not getting to 7,500 subscribers with this nonsense in the chat. I'm painting. Nobody cares about your painting, Coddle. You're here to support the show. Huggy Bear needs new shoes.
And I do actually. I want some new brogues. I was thinking of getting a pair of Lokes, but they're quite expensive.
Are you talking about lugs? Is that what you're trying to say?
Lokes.
Lokes? What are Lokes?
Yeah, it's a brand. Loake. Or
Oh,
Loki?
really? I don't know
it's not
anything.
spelled like Loki.
Oh, is this a
It's a
Swedish
British
brand?
No, Swedish. They're British.
British. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very, very expensive, nice leather shoes.
Okay. You should have bought them while you're over here.
You think they were cheaper in London?
Well, we're not a socialist country like yourself. You know.
Yeah, well, I didn't see any Lokes there in Shepherd's Bush. So.
In that shitty mall, there wasn't any high-end leather shoes. Surprising. All these people doing like mundane stuff in the chat instead of supporting the show. We need to start banning people. We need workers, not loafers.
Bolognese. Now I'm hungry.
Okay, Blades decided to bump forward and attack. I think the grunts.
Shocker.
Okay.
Or maybe the grunts. Yeah.
No, it was Shocker. It was Shocker with the spender, no less. So that's 3 hits. The crit doesn't cover anything. 3 hits into no saves. Shocker finally takes some hits and gets dazed, just enough to daze him.
Oof.
Just enough to daze him. This game is great.
I don't like this move at all.
Why?
He now hands Prio to Nehetar.
Okay, Prio. I'm here for the bloodshed. Yeah, exactly, Tom. Are you not entertained? That's damn right, man. I was worried about Prio. Okay, Blade gets to move off of the back of the spender. It's part of his spender, so he gets to move medium, which is fantastic. And decides to move on to the point, it looks like, but still within 4 of MODOK, probably because he's going to throw his glaives, which are range 4, into him.
Yeah, you're right. Stone Cry. I heavily underdressed for the weekend, and I'm a bit ashamed. I'll do better next time.
The temperature was well controlled in that venue, so you could have pulled off a jacket and tie.
Yeah, or at least a jacket and pocket square.
Mm-hmm. Pocket square, of course. Okay, so Blade is moving outside of 3 of the drones, so he doesn't get hit by them next time or double tap by them. But I think he's still going to try to throw glaives into MODOK. Let's see. Oh, man, this is a good game. So many people knocked out evenly on both sides. Points are even. I'm sure these 2 players are supposed to sweat and bricks playing this game. Right, so that's the end of the round. MagicPulse manages to go up on points. He's now 1 ahead. He was 1 behind last round. 11-10. Huggy Bear, can they finish this game this round, or is it going to go 6?
Thing is, I think it's highly likely to go to 6.
Yeah.
And I think MagicPulse needs to consider a way to get to just focus on points, because if he can be in the lead for round 6, I mean, iHawk is not gonna be taken off the table this game. I'm quite. Oh my God! What is this? I was dead certain that MagicPulse Nehetar's first activation would be to try and wipe out Blade, but this is okay. This is a spender that has a wild stagger into iHawk. So staggering iHawk is not a bad idea for sure.
Who's doing this?
Shocker.
Shocker got stagger. Nice.
There it is. No damage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he has his spender can stagger. He rolled very few dice though.
3 hits though.
I mean, oh, I'm looking at the wrong. He did not get the wild. I was looking at the wrong dice tracker. I'm so sorry, people.
Okay, all right.
Did not get
that makes more sense.
Did not get the wild.
Who picked up the scroll now? Shocker.
Shocker. Not get pushed. Oof, that was bad.
And didn't get pushed. So Shocker didn't do very much. Picked up the scroll and called it a day.
Okay, so if iHawk goes now, takes down Ultron, then MODOK has to one-shot Blade with a 5 dice attack plus like 1 reroll. That's not great. I don't like those odds. Yeah, I think this should have been a Ultron activation to kill Blade, because that would reduce the amount of points that MagicPulse could possibly score per round to 2, and then yeah, MODOK could even Ultron could even have tried to place within 2 of MODOK to protect him, because he could have gone. I mean, he can displace iHawk with his spender.
Mm-hmm. I'm restraining myself from having another whiskey because the game is so engrossing. I keep drinking, but I gotta stop. This is great. These decisions.
So,
okay.
Seems like it's time for I think.
What?
I mean, personally, I would use iHawk to try and daze Hulk here. Not Hulk, Ultron. And I mean, as long as you get
So he's
wild
thrown
or
the
two.
drones.
Okay,
The drones.
so he's decided to try and KO MODOK instead.
Yeah, he's.
Sure.
Look at that Siri. I said he. I mentioned the drones and Siri woke up for some reason. That's a little frightening. Okay. He's thrown the drones out the way. Now he's gonna bump to get closer to MODOK, I imagine.
Yeah, MODOK is still gonna be sacking to Shocker.
Yeah. Who has a scroll?
Most likely.
Holy moly. Okay, here's the attack.
I don't like Pulse allowing Ultron to have an activation this round.
All right, I Hulk into Shocker. Not a great hit. Oh god. But he got the throw anyway. Saves all the hits, but he's gonna get thrown. And he throws him into MODOK 2. So Shocker will take a point of damage, and MODOK 2 will have to save 3 hit points. He's only got 5 on his backside. Let's see how he does. He saves 1, so 2 go through.
There's a theoretical chance that he dies from the second attack.
Yeah.
If MagicPulse gets a throw on that.
Yep. All right. Second attack goes into Shocker. I Hulk rolling. Let's see if he rolls big. I Hulk rolls. Oh, not yet. Oh god, just 2 hits. No, 2, 4, 6. Is it just 6 hits? I thought it was 7. Okay, 2.
Yeah, that's a good block.
Oh god, blocks
Shocker
it all.
Taking the punch on the chin and like.
Screw you,
we got
Kaiju. Shocker is totally undervalued. Shin 40k agrees in the chat. He's like, people aren't sleeping on Shocker. It's true. Look at him working.
Story. Okay, so now Ultron into Blade, maybe?
For sure.
First grunt attack.
You
move.
Yeah.
6 dice energy.
The Blade, yeah.
If it whiffs, you can bow Blade away.
Oh, the
to
aura.
bludgeon.
Stonecrow's pointing out. People need to remember the aura.
Yeah,
Shocker.
Yep, this also saves MODOK from any Blade retaliation, because Blade will only be putting maximum 1 attack into MODOK, and that's going to be sucked into the runs eventually.
Nehetar does the 1 hit, which he doesn't save, so it's 1 of the damage into Blade. He's on 3 out of 6.
That could be all the difference.
Look at you. Listen to you. Mr. Positive over there. That little chip on the stone could be all the difference. All right, now it's up to Ultron 2 to try to seal the deal, which is very likely, to be honest. So he's going to have to move 1, so there's some action economy problems.
I don't know the actual maths for doing
Jarvis.
3 damage with 6 dice.
Pop it into Jarvis. Jarvis's protocol. I get a tip every time I mention Jarvis.
He's looking to have the size 3 throw on top of the attack, and it looks like he's gonna have it. I'm seeing it. I think I'm seeing it. Maybe
I don't know. It seems like lag. I don't know. Let's see. Oh no! Oh, maybe is that in? I can't. Oops, it's gone.
Oh yeah, easily within. Yep, that's it. That's the size 3. There it is. But he needs to generate 1 power, I believe. So you cannot whiff this attack.
He needs to do 1 damage on this attack at minimum. It was green. Thank you, Shin. I'm colorblind, so I couldn't tell.
Ooh, that's not
a fantastic save. Oh god. Oh no.
Goodbye, Blade. And now he will bow the Hulk off the point.
Wow, that is 6 hits into no saves.
That's going to be game right there.
Oh, no. So he drops the scroll. I don't know if Ultron picks it up. Let's see. Does he have power? He does. Have
He
power.
already
Oh, he
he's
already has
already
one.
carrying a scroll, so
Yeah.
he's certainly not picking that up. Not touching that with a 10-foot stick. But Ultron generates a ton of power. He could use 2 of them to get Hulk off the point, and then MODOK could potentially spender him further away from everyone. Blunting his blow. Yeah, there's the bow.
Bow. Get out of here, Hulk.
Okay, so Hulk's gonna MagicPulse is gonna score 1, go to 12. Nehetar is looking at he can easily score 4 here, which makes it actually impossible for MagicPulse to catch up, because MagicPulse there's only 1 round potentially left. He cannot wipe out because Ultron is healthy. So this is going to be game right here. Nehetar
Nice.
going to 14 points. MagicPulse cannot mathematically catch up. So
that was MODOK picking up a scroll and it succeeded in not being pushed. So that'll be the end of the round.
I assume the players will call it here, but
you never know. But let's see.
You never know. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, because now Nehetar 15. Yeah. He gambled on the push, so went to 15. This is an uncatchable, irreparable lead.
Right, because I-Hulk can get 2 points max. Right, 1 extract, 1 secure. That puts him on 14. Yeah. And Nehetar could do nothing, literally nothing, and still win 15-14. So let's see if they call it. But
I believe that for a big chunk of this game that Nehetar had his back against the wall.
For sure. Time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
But he held it together. He
held it together, and he squeaked out those small advantages that you have to look for in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't give up, ever, in MCP. I mean, not only is it not a good social contract
Always
thing.
play to your outs.
Yeah. Oh, I do that all the time. It's such a great expression. I say it to myself. I was like, well, this is really bad. But then I'm like, okay, fine. But let's take a look at what I can do. And just work towards that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but at least it gives you a shot.
Yeah. Nehetar was behind on points for the better part of this game. And,
yeah. Well, not by much, but 1. He kept it within 1 the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. But that's still being behind. Oh, they're gonna keep playing.
They're gonna keep playing. They like to play. They like throwing dice. Did you win any dice at the Mutant Weekender? What was your prize?
I didn't get a prize. We had to leave for the airport.
Oh, you bugged out. I thought you guys were there long enough to pick up some prizes. So other Swedes were there.
We did. The ones that were in the higher brackets figure out. Yeah, David, our best performing Swedish player, took home the Tomb of Dracula.
Oh,
now he's gonna
yes.
force his friend to force Bjorn, who was also there, to paint it for him.
Sounds like a win-win for David.
Yep.
All right, let's see if these guys are calling it or not. But what do you think? Let's review the game so we can go right into the chat after this.
I feel the Black Cat dive was a bit stressed round 1.
Yep.
She got nothing out of that, and she went down as a consequence. She could have been great for controlling I-Hulk throughout the game if she hadn't been so aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Nehetar was overall very aggressive on his left flank, but ended up having Ultron and ended up Docker somewhat stranded up Ultron, and they had to spend some part of the game just simply moving to the south.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the most impactful part here was obviously him managing to, throughout the game, keep MODOK to bubble wrapped within sack targets, mainly grunts, but also allied characters that could make sure he didn't take more attacks than he could easily shrug off. And he was scoring points on secures all the time, and contributing in big ways. It not least forcing MagicPulse to adapt to the puzzle that is multiple reverse bodyguards.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's. Otherwise, it became a slugfest quite fast, and then dice will always be dice.
So who do you think has a better attrition game here between these two rosters?
I would in the attrition department, strictly, I would favor Nehetar. Pulse has, I mean, Blade is decent attrition character. Voodoo is also a decent attrition character, but he's also somewhat squishy. Iron Fist can have one big turn when he fists someone.
Yeah.
Hulk is an excellent attrition character. Bullseye can also burst, do chip damage. Whereas if you look at Nehetar's team, every single character there, except maybe Shocker, is an excellent character in an attrition game. So I'd say the way this game turned out as a slugfest and on a small surface, I'd say Nehetar had more useful characters than MagicPulse did, and it looks like.
All right, so MagicPulse, MagicPulse actually, Hulk wiped out the rest of Nehetar's team aside from Ultron 2, who's still healthy, by the way. And so Nehetar bowed Hulk off of a secure to deny him a point, and then moved him Ultron onto a secure to gain a point. So that ends the game at 17-13. And Guibert, I agree with your assessment of the match. It was really intense. And let's talk to the players about it, shall we?
Let's do that.
Okay, cool. All right, everybody. If you have any questions, do let us know. Let me try to find these guys in the chat. That game flew by. It's a long game, but it flew by. It was so interesting. Here we are.
On to my infinity.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, folks.
Hey, guys, wow. This game was amazing. So much fun watching this game. Thank you so much for letting us stream it tonight.
It's a pleasure as always.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah, and the first Portuguese on the show. Thank you, MagicPulse. We want to come to Portugal. You guys need to start putting some cool events together.
Yeah, we are probably doing some probably in the near future. When I say near future, probably in May or October. But I don't know if we can have enough people for that. But it would be cool if we could.
Yeah.
Just don't make it a cabin, because then the Brits won't dare to come.
Yeah, they got a little nervous. We need somebody in September. We need September, a big event in September, according to my European calendar.
Oh, because in October it's the WTC, right?
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
yeah, we can
talk think about
it.
Think about it. Where are you guys located? Where's the meta located in Portugal?
Lisbon.
Lisbon. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I was telling everybody on the chat, I haven't had a Francisca sandwich in a long time, and I need one desperately.
You mean a francesinha?
That's it. Thank you for saying it properly.
Yeah, those are really good.
Close enough.
Yeah. Indeed.
Okay. Listen, guys. This match was so great. It was just perfect MCP, constantly on the edge. I'm sure you guys were sweating bullets the entire time, but for us, it was fantastic entertainment.
Versus 5 characters, gotta love it.
Yeah, it was really bloody.
MagicPulse,
Yeah, it
let us
was.
start with you, my friend.
Okay.
Tell us. First of all, how long have you been playing, and what's the meta like in Lisbon?
It kind of shifts from time to time. I've been playing since 2022, if I'm not wrong. When the big change on a lot of characters came, the character pack.
Right.
And we started as a small community, but then it came growing up little by little.
Okay.
The meta focuses more a lot on attrition.
Uh-huh.
You have a lot of cabal.
Fun side.
Yeah, the fun side, exactly. And we have from time to time some Wakanda and webs. Webs are also kind of popular, but right now we have a lot more attrition.
Okay, got it. All right. Well, I don't think that's terribly unusual. That's the kind of the way the game is moving at the moment. But we have big crises showing up in March. That might change things. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
No. It was all good.
Okay. Your accent is remarkably good. Nice. Your English is fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, tell us a little bit about. So you play Midnight Suns. We saw your roster. Really nice. Pretty classic. I think the current meta version of Midnight Suns right now. How did you decide on you on Prio? So why did you pick your secures, and how did you put your team together?
Okay. First thing is because his secures had intrusions, and I hate to play intrusions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the secure.
Okay.
I tend to have some bad luck with it,
Right.
and I don't want it to risk it. And I think that Midnight Suns play really well on the secures that I had, even if the extracts would be a better option, because being scrolls was not an available option for me to play Namor, because he couldn't drop the civilians. I came this game with Namor
Oh, that's right.
thinking that I could use him.
His ability only affects assets. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But still, I have Voodoo. Voodoo does kind of the same, but with a lot more power. But I tried first turn taking the opposite scroll. I'm still thinking if it was not too risky, because puts much of my Hulk in peril, but fortunately he survived until the end of the game. I wanted to try to rotate to one of the sides of the map, because as long as I've seen Ultron on one side, I want to run away from him, because he hits in the defense I don't like. I think energy is the weak point on Midnight Suns for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he played really well with Ultron. Those drones were a pain in the ass. Sorry, the expression. But he played him really, really well. I kind of forgot on one of the attacks on Hulk, and kind of cost me the activation. But yeah, I still need to practice some more with the Hulk, because I think the order on some throws I did was not optimal.
Okay.
But he's kind of hard to play, since it is a threat 7. You need to maximize his utility, and I think I kind of missed in some rounds that. Sadly, Iron Fist did not do what I wanted him to do.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to do a big spender, but hey, it was my risk to try to pull the spender from Voodoo to him, and it cost him his life.
Was that a deliberate move? Because we were talking about that when you played the Heroes for Hire, and that got you to basically the exact amount of power you needed to have the spender right after, but then the throw managed to, or rather the gamma burst, right, managed to finish off Iron Fist.
To be honest, I didn't count the power, just thinking I could do the spender next turn. But I wanted to save Voodoo because he was going to defend 2 physical against the spender. So the chances for him to survive that were not so high. So I wanted to protect him. And I didn't want Abomination from staying in my canister.
Canister? That's funny.
I think it's the name, right? The serum canister.
Oh, I see. Okay, I never.
Yeah, the point, the secure.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, for the most part, it was that.
Were you happy with the team that you brought? It seemed like it worked out pretty well, all things considered.
Oh no, definitely. I think the team I brought. Well, I wanted to bring Namor, but I think the team I got here was up to the task.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Any mistakes? Anything that you would have rather have done differently, aside from the orders that you're talking about with the throws? I mean, it seemed like it was working pretty well for you, to be honest with you. Let me ask a different question then. Where do you think it went wrong?
When he played all according to plan.
Yes, agreed.
Once I lost the priority was when I started losing bit by bit.
Yeah.
But hey, the card is good for a reason. But yeah.
Cool. I think you did great. It could have gone either way, which is what made this game so great. The points were within 1 the entire frigging game. Attrition swung back and forth each time. It really is bonkers. So let's go over to Nehetar. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Congrats on the win. Another nail biter for you. This is the second week in a row like this.
Yeah.
How is your heart rate these days?
The second week in a row playing against one of his teammates.
Is this second Portuguese guy that you've killed?
Yeah.
Well, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
No Francisco sandwich for you.
No, apparently
not. So tell us what you were thinking when you put your roster together against this team.
Well, I saw the chance to go. I knew at going anything above. I was pretty sure Immortal would hit the table.
Yeah. So why'd you give him 20 threat if that was the case?
So that I could bring both my 5 threats and still have room for some point scorers.
Okay.
That was my thought. So Black Cat, I knew Black Cat would probably die. She was a sacrificial lamb. Basically, Black Cat was thrown in to pick up a point and sort of my thought was to try to consolidate his things into a clump.
Yep.
It sort of worked out.
Yeah, I think so. Certainly towards the last third of the game or so.
Yeah, and I deliberately held off on bringing Shocker into the mix until he had gotten a few serum canister rounds so that I would have enough for the crucial all according to plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you agree then that was the crucial moment for your match?
Yes, but it was not a sort of a random swing, because I planned to do all according to plan turn 3, basically from the start, from when I was picking my team. I was like, I am going to all according to plan, probably on turn 3, and most likely gonna use Abomination to pick off some of the small ones.
Right.
And it just so happened that Iron Fist was the first candidate for it. So,
but it seemed like Abomination kind of. How did you feel? It seems like he got picked on quite a bit and taken apart pretty soon.
Yeah, he did, but I mightily prefer Abomination dropping first and taking a lot of damage early, because his ornery, or whatever his version of ornery is called,
Right.
Gamma Mutated Hide, giving him extra damage, extra power, was sort of crucial for the damage that I knew he would have to do in the first turns.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted
Yeah,
him to get picked on a bit.
Yeah, and they still contributed big while he was on the table.
Yeah, his gamma
I-
bursts really worked out.
Yeah, and for example, throwing Cruel Tutelage on his first attack, knowing he would most likely die that turn, so I didn't care about the stagger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like when were you planning to use Gamma Burst? It was a shame, but we didn't get to see that card played. I've been trying it in my rosters and haven't used it yet.
Well, I actually regretted taking Gamma Burst.
Yeah, sure.
Not because it couldn't have been useful, but more because I ended up getting spending my power elsewhere, and the more I play him, the less I like the card. To be honest, it's not that it's a bad card at all. It's actually a pretty good card, but it's sort of, it reminds me of Lizard's Monkey Brings
Yes.
Lizard Home.
Yep.
It's a great card, but you already have displacement. And in Abomination's case, you already have great things to use your power for. So it might end up being just the same as Lizard's cards. One I just leave at home.
I am coming to that same conclusion. I have it in my 10, but I've never seen a real reason to put it in my 5 yet. And here,
I've been forcing it just to test it, but never played.
Yeah. Okay. Huggy Bear, what questions do you have for these folks?
I was wondering. I mean, the turn 1, I Hulk 1 below all blitz towards Nehetar's scroll. Sort of highly impacted the round 1 and the positioning where different models ended up on the board. Nehetar, if you were to play the same game all over, would you still dive with Black Cat for MagicPulse's?
100% yes, because with her defensive abilities, if I would have rolled one defense on one of the defensive rolls I did, which basically I flopped and she took 3 damage. I blocked absolutely nothing. So she was also holding one of the I scroll, which means my leadership is online. So if I get a wild, I block automatically too. So yeah, I would definitely do that.
Right.
She can survive 4 attacks.
Very interesting. Thank you guys for a very, very interesting game. Very much back and forth, and a real nail biter in the end, for sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you for the game. It was a great game against you.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you for the game.
Cool.
It was sweaty until the end.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Could have gone either way the entire game, which is perfect MCP. So MagicPulse, you have lost, but you're not out of it yet. So we wish you a lot of luck in the continuing rounds. Hopefully you make it into the cuts.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And thank you very much for streaming the game. It was a fun experience.
Oh, for sure. And I hope we see you in person sometime soon. I understand that Portuguese are putting together a WTC team, so it'd be amazing to see you there.
Oh, sounds good.
Yep.
Amazing.
Sorry?
That sounds good.
Oh, yeah. First year we're going.
Yeah, exactly. So that's exciting.
Fantastic.
And Nehetar, a fantastic result. Looking forward to seeing you continue your journey here in the season 16.
Thank you.
Cool. Huggy Bear, a pleasure. I'm so grateful to have seen you this past weekend, and it's nice to see you again here tonight. Thanks for streaming with us.
Always a pleasure, Norbert, and thank you for a fantastic weekend and for a very nice stream.
Cool. Everybody, we hope you enjoyed it as well, and we hope to look forward to streaming another match next week. Until then, tell all your friends to like and subscribe. Remember, we need to get to 7,500 million followers by next week. And until that happens, we will not be satisfied. And so in the meantime, though, enjoy playing some Marvel Crisis Protocol, and we'll see you next time on the TTS Season 16 weekly stream. Take care and have a good evening. Good night.
Good night.